guys, and welcome back. We're going to continue where we left off, and I really, wow. Okay, well, spoilers. I mean, to be honest, is it spoilers? Because you guys actually watched the previous one. We're going to continue. This is part 2 of the episode 3, because it's long, and it's going to take longer. So, bear with us. Bear with me. March 13, 122, Gatewater Land Main Gate. Chased out like a pair of peasants. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Kay? There's something even thieves should never steal. Do you know what that is? You really shouldn't steal anything, however, I'll bite. What shouldn't a thief steal? A life. It's too heavy of a burden on your soul to get away with, ever. That's something we can agree on. Well said, Kai. That's something we can agree on. Well said, Kai. No matter what we may try, murder is the one crime that can never truly be hidden. I intend to prove that by my own hands. Alright, and I'm going to work extra hard to be a good assistant. Let's go. I still never said she could be my assistant. I'm just going to drop that issue. The issue. The first thing we should do is locate the real scene of the murder. Mr. Edgeworth! Detective Gumshoe! Mr. Edgeworth! The stadium! Hurry, sir! This is supposed to be a hush-hush, but they found a witness at the stadium! A witness? You! What did I tell you about leaving your assigned post? Ah! The jig is up. And he's gonna get dragged again. Mr. Edgeworth, remember that I'm always rooting for you, so get them, sir! He's gonna get- oh, no, never mind. It would be funny if he did get pulled away. Those detectives sure look like they're enjoying themselves. It's not all fun and games, Kai. K. I still don't know. Now then, let's head to the stadium and meet this witness. March 13, 142, Stadium. I thought there was a witness here. Yeah, I don't see anyone. Mr. Edgeworth! Oh, oopsie. My voice cracked there. Hey! It's her! Emma! Let's go! Long time no see! You are Miss Emma Sky, correct? This girl is the younger sister of my former superior, Lana Sky. 2 years ago, we stood in the same courtroom together as witness and prosecutor. But I thought she was gone to Europe to study forensics. I can't believe you remember me, Mr. Edgeworth. Of course I do. How have you been? You look to be in good spirits. Are you still studying abroad? You bet! More than anything, I want to investigate crime scenes scientifically. I've been studying non-stop every day to become a top-notch forensic scientist. But it's spring break now, so I thought I'd come back for a bit. I see. Well, let's go to her. Oh my god, she looks so pretty! I almost didn't recognize you. You've really grown in these past few years. Please don't tease me, Mr. Edgeworth. I know I still have a long way to go. But I'm going to be a super forensic scientist someday. You'll see. You seem to know Mr. Edgeworth really well. Are you two acquaintance? Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Emma Sky. Nice to meet you. I'm studying abroad now to be a forensic scientist. How about you? Wow, that's a great dream. My name is Kai Fredra. I am training to become an unstoppable great thief. Great thief? Don't think too hard on it, Emma. It's not worth the trouble. In any case, we have much to catch up on. You bet we do. So, why are you here, Emma? Well, I just happened to decide to come back home for spring break. And then I heard you'd come back too, so I raced on over here. I had really wanted to welcome you back at the airport, but I had just missed you. And how exactly did you know I was here? Through the power of science, naturally. Never underestimate what science can do for you. I used these to track your footprints, and I followed them straight to you. This set is the greatest. It's wonderfully scientific. You spray this chemical on the ground, and when you shine the special light on it, zing! The footprints light up like an electrified noble gas in a glass tube. Oh my god, her little like phone kind of looks like, you know, a little cute DS. It's funny. It's almost like magic, scientifically speaking. Forensic science has never seemed more ominous to me than at this very moment. I mean, it is kind of like, how can she just know which shoes he was wearing in order to follow him with shoe prints? Which is weird, but okay. Emma, I'd like to ask you about what you witnessed. Huh? What are you talking about? Are you not the witness Detective Gumshoe told us about? Well, I did get a call from Detective Gumshoe earlier. He was practically yelling at me. Mr. Edgewood needs your scientifical doohickeys right now, pal, he said. What was that man thinking? Or rather, not thinking? So, let me guess, there's been a murder, right? Yes, unfortunately. There's a sudden glint in her eyes. But I need to keep my mind focused on the witness. Now, where did that person go? Well, I guess we can just look around. I assume this is another Badger mobile. Yeah, but it's a different color than the blue Badger's car. Yes, this is the Retina Siren pink model. What's that off in the distance? Oh hey, it's the pink Badger! Badger get! Badger, Badger, Badger. Just what does she see in these silly things? I think this Badger has something to say to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Are you by chance the witness I've been searching for? Sorry, but I don't speak Badger dance. Well, let's talk to her. Oh! I know her. She probably has a high-pitched voice. Like I become Toad again.
Ah! I can't be inside this stuffy head anymore!
You're... No! Why her? Why here? Why now? I first met this woman 3 years ago. She was a witness in one of my cases. She has since gone out of her way to pop up unexpectedly and cause... I didn't press. Unexpectedly and cause me great grief.
Edgy poo!
It's so cute that she actually likes him. It's like such a sweet way. Why couldn't you understand what I was trying to tell you? Oh wait, Toad voice.
I mean, really? I was trying so hard to keep the kid's dream alive, staying in character. But you couldn't pick it up while I was trying to convey it to you. I'm sick and tired of you running about all ways to tell.
I want to try to say fast, but it's not working.
I'm going to just be direct.
I had a bad feeling before, but this has just made it official. Today has gone beyond a typical not my day into a realm of walking nightmare. So you're a friend of Mr. Edgeworth too, Miss Pink Badger.
You can say that, but right now, I'm the Pink Badger, dearie.
She may look the part, but I know better than to trust my eyes around this woman.
My name is Wendy Oldback, but you could call me Wendy or Granny or whatever suits your fancy.
Nice to meet you, Miss Oldbag. I'm Kay Ryder.
What do I care about young whippersnappers like you?
Yeesh, I was just trying to be polite. Weren't you a secret guard at one of the Gatewater hotels at the last time we met?
I go where I need it. I'm very good at what I do, unlike the youth of today.
I get called in all the time to fill in what there aren't enough hands.
But enough about me, Edgy Poo. I'm thoroughly dejected right now. I finally get this chance to see you again, and here you are, talking with two young girls.
You know, to be honest, men are... Oh no, she's gonna do her rambles. I can't keep up with that. Well, we're gonna just wait until she's finished. Men are all the same. It doesn't matter how old they get. They continue to shamelessly flirt with young girls. Why, just the other day, it happened with my Yun. Oh, who I had finally gotten to notice me. He went and got into an arrangement marriage with an 18-year-old. I don't see what he sees in her at all. As they said, the persimmon takes 3 years to ripen. Whoa, that girl. You seem to attract all sorts of interesting people, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, please, I'm begging you. By all means, do not provoke her any further. Well, aren't you forgetting about something, Mr. Edgeworth? This person could be the witness. Honestly, I hope she isn't, but I don't think fate is going to be so kind today.
I saw what happened. I even saw the exact moment it happened. How's that?
So it's true, she is the witness. I don't suppose I can afford to ignore the old bag.
Yes, it was just a little while ago. I saw it happen right in front of me. The moment of the murder!
You mean to say you witnessed someone being killed right before your eyes? Sounds like a pretty important piece of testimony to me. Well, old bag, what do you gotta say to this?
I came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and saw 2 men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot, and a person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you.
I mean, she's seen worse. Looks like we hit the jackpot, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, I can't afford to ignore what she has to say. Unfortunately.
What's that unfortunately you tacked on at the end supposed to mean, edgy poo?
Well, anyway, let's see what we can find out from this little old lady. Okay, what is going to... We're just gonna press on her because it's been a while to say the least. Like, we have like a good amount of evidence. And the thing is that I'm not sure what she saw, so...
Hold it!
You mean you took a break from being the pink badger?
You may not think it, but it's hard work keeping kids' dream alive. You smell of sweat, your hip cricks of pain. You've even begun to dream about work.
That's the kind of story that would scare a child for life, you know?
Well, that's why I chose to come take my break here, whippersnapper. I don't plan on playing the part of the dead badger in front of a bunch of kids.
So, what did you see while you, the pink badger, were resting?
Oh yes, that well.
She saw 2 men. Okay.
Hold it!
You saw 2 men? Can you describe them for me?
They look like they're your average Joes, completely uninterested and not worth fawning over. I'm telling you, they were so boring that I don't even remember much beyond that.
But did they have any special features? Anything that you can recall would be very helpful?
Oh my, don't tell me you're jealous of those 2 men.
Hey, she's right. You do seem pretty worked up over them, Edgeworth. I'm not worked up over anyone, and I'm not jealous.
It's alright, Edgy Poo. Those 2 were just fools compared to a stallion like you.
You know, every single time she says Edgy Poo, it's just like, oh, it's so cute, not gonna lie. It's like, oh, Edgy Poo. It's funny.
I thought so little of them that I lost interest the instant I laid eyes on them.
Wait, if she says she lost interest, she hasn't really seen much. Okay, suddenly I heard gunshots.
Hold it!
Wait, she said gunshots? Hold on. A gunshot. 1 gunshot. Okay. You're claiming to have seen the exact moment in which the murder took place?
Absolutely. The gun made a terrible racket when it was fired.
You didn't try to go help the person that got shot?
I'm only one person, you smart lick.
Oh, whoa. Like, what could I have done?
But I took off as soon as I could to find someone who could help.
2 men, 1 bullet. It's all consistent with what we found out from the body. Sadly, there wasn't exactly a lot of new information to go on in your testimony.
Well, if I saw the guy again, I'm sure I could identify him for you. I mean, how do you expect me to remember anything without something to jog my memory?
Self-centered, aren't we? While it was somewhat useful, her testimony also presents us with a new problem. Mr. Edgeworth! Yes? So about this new problem, what is that giant grin on your face? Do you want me to show you something really nice? No, thank you. Don't be so mean. I swear it's something you're going to like. What is that gadget you're holding? What you see before you is a secret weapon of a great thief. Ah, I should have known it would be worthless. Ah, don't be like that. What do you think now? What is it doing? It's projecting something into the air. I'm going to input the necessary information to run a simulation now. Once I'm done, I'll increase the size of the projection to its maximum size. Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares take wing, one alone remains all-seeing. Now witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood! Oh, well, what's this? This is a recreation of the murder based on the info I inputted into Little Thief. Little Thief? I dare say I think you're taking the Robin Hood thing a bit too far. Little Thief is actually meant to be a simulator for me to plan my thefts. But I suppose if I use it like this... Let's see, Miss Oldbag said that the 2 men were facing each other. And then a gun shot around and the victim fell to the ground. Ah, so with this, we can inspect the crime scene as it was in the past. See? So what do you think? I have to say, I'm impressed by the technology thieves have access to these days. Well, it is the super secret weapon of the mighty Yatagarasu. Indeed. Oh, but if there isn't enough information, or if something is out of place, the recreation could come out a little strange. In other words, I can use this to authenticate the validity of the witness testimony. You got it! You really catch on quick, Mr. Edgeworth. Right now, the simulation is a recreation of the witness testimony. So for now, I should re-examine everything. And if I find anything illogical or strange, I can then ask for clarification. Feel free to examine anything in the simulation in the way you always do. You can even present evidence when you find a contradiction. And if you find something, I've got Little Thief with me, so you just let me know, okay? Okay, so let's start with the investigation. Right now, she said it was like here that the murder took place, right? So then, you know, like, let's just check the body. According to the testimony, the victim fell to the ground here. There is no blood. We already know that. That's right, but if that's the case, then we've already found our first contradiction. Huh? What? Where? If this is the real scene of the crime, there's something missing that should be there. What piece of evidence am I missing? And that is the amount of blood. I think we have to present this with the body. This is the contradiction. Eh? Is something wrong with my recreation? If this is the real scene of the crime, something specific should be here. If you think back, how did we deduce that the other crime scene was not the real one? Oh, I get it. What's missing? There's no blood on the floor, on the ground here either, right? Right. The fact that there is no blood here casts doubt on the witness testimony.
Itchy poo! How can you doubt me like that?
Are you
calling me a liar? I saw, and I saw the victim get shot down.
You know, I don't think she's lying, Mr. Edgeworth. To be honest, I can't think of a reason why she should be lying to me. In that case, maybe there is another explanation for the distinct lack of blood. I mean, I think I know. It's been a while, but I think that he was, because if he was like maybe part of the thieves, he could have worn this. He could have worn the outfit, and maybe the outfit has like all the blood, so like the blood then like went to the ground. Like, let me check my logic real quick. Ooh, we could do it. Yay! It is not possible that the victim was wearing a costume, if it's possible. So, you really think that Mr. Deacon was one of the kidnappers? I think we can reasonably assume there is a very good chance that he was. And that if he was shot while he was inside one of the stolen costumes, then Mr. Deacon's blood would be inside the costume instead of on the ground. Precisely. Now, if only we could prove that the victim was wearing a costume. Would you think it'd be pretty easy if we could find some footprints? But the problem is finding them, since there doesn't seem to be any around. Footprints, huh? I wonder how we can go about finding some of those. But forensic! Let's talk to Emma. This is amazing! Just feel the power of science! Foot analyst, there we go. Emma, about the method you were talking about for finding footprints. Oh, finally, my expert knowledge in forensics is needed! Yes, well, can you detect a trace, even partial footprints? Leave it to me. My cutting-edge detection kit can find anything. Very well. If you could please analyze the footprints in this area. Okay, stand back now. Witness the power of science at work. Hey, I found something. Look, right there. I don't see anything. Oh, that's right. Here, put these special glasses on, Mr. Edgeworth. These footprints here are definitely left by the badger costume. Judging by the way the footprints are layered, those seem to be the newest. Then we can conclude that the victim was definitely wearing a costume at the time. Okay, that's good. Okay, then in that case, I'll update Little Thief simulation parameters. I can't wait to see what we find out from this new info. So the victim was wearing a costume when he died. And with that, we should be one step closer to the truth, right? I see the recreation has changed in accordance with the new information. We may be closer, but now something else has caught my attention. Yeah, wait, I think I know what he's meaning. What do you want? Your testimony. Naturally, I'd like to hear it one more time if you please. Oh, we gotta go again. What the old bag witness?
I came to the stadium and take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and saw two men facing each other in the area.
Wait, she can't know if it was two men or not because one was wearing a costume, right? Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot, and she fell to the ground. Okay, so she's technically repeating what she said there. And so, does that mean this old back testimony has a contradiction in it? Yes, I believe our best course of action is to compare it with your recreation. See, I just knew Little Thief would be on the help. Now, let's see if we can pull more info from Miss Oldbag to put into the recreation. For that, we must first find the contradiction in our testimony. I think I can go straight away to the second one. Facing each other. I think we can present it already. This one, right? He was likely wearing one of the due to the shapes that was lack of blood. Let's try to present this.
Objection!
Yes! There we go. 2 men. How did you know the gender of the 2 people involved? Seeing as how the victim was wearing a costume at the time.
Yeah.
Furthermore, I have another matter I'd like to inquire about. I'd very much like to know why you failed to mention the costume in your testimony. I'm begging to doubt if you really witnessed the murder at all.
But I'm telling you, I really did see it. I saw it with my very own eyes.
Oh, well, did she say that precisely or I just read it wrong?
From a seat in the second tier.
I like how she said it. I saw it with my very own eyes, like from the seat with the second tier. She was far away. The second tier? Hey, didn't you say you saw it right in front of you earlier?
That was, you know, I was using the phrase in a metaphorical sense.
I see our witness still has a screw loose in the metaphorical sense.
The cushy seats in the second tier are reserved for hot shot VIPs, which is exactly why I go there now and again to take a nap.
I can't see how you could have gotten a good look from there. It's so high up. Were you able to see even the victim's costume from way up there?
Well, I know I saw 2 people, but I couldn't really see what they looked like because they were in the stage shadow.
Oh, stage shadow.
My eyesight isn't what it used to be, you know? Now, like when I was young,
Not like when I was young. People used to call me Eagle-Eyed Wendy back then. I could spot a good man from 100 paces away as I walked down the street just like that. Of course, they also noticed me in a flash and tried to make their move. But I'm not that easy. I was a careful girl with a judgmental eye, but I never let a good man slip me by. You bet I didn't. If you could have seen. Oh, well, to be honest, I'm actually questioning why she's still alone. But we all know the answer. Let's return to our investigation, shall we, Kai? You got it! Okay, so maybe we can put a logic? No, we have only one logic. So they said the stadium. It looks like they broke down the stage down. Okay, wait. Maybe we can add that. I guess this means they're done for the day. Or maybe it's because a different show is scheduled to start its run tomorrow. Well, now we can do it because we just got the logic. Because the stage is broken and they said it was on the stage shadow. So, let's go. If that woman's testimony is to be believed, the murder occurred before the stage was broken down. Do you want me to input that bit of info into Little Teeth? Yes, if you please. Okay. Oh, well that makes no sense. We already have a contradiction here. There is clearly a contradiction here. Please stop stealing my lines. Oh, come on. It wasn't that hard to see it coming, even from a layman like you. I suppose. In any case, it's not possible for the killer to have stood here in that way, because there was a very real stage set up in this spot at the time. Yeesh! I told you I got it. Do you feel the need to explain everything? Yes, well, in any case, we still need to resolve this unusual situation. Isn't it obvious? The killer was on top of the stage, naturally. Right, Miss Oldbag?
Yes, I remember now. The killer was standing on top of the stage.
Wait, that's impossible. See, now let me update the info in the simulation. It's actually wrong because he got shot in the abdomen. No, something ain't right. well. Oh wait, you only said two wells. Well, what we have here? A bunch of hooligans running amok, I see. Agent Lang, how nice of you to join us. Well, I can't have you going around messing up my crime scenes. Agent Lang, we've discovered that the real scene of the murder is here, the stadium. I see. Thanks. For what? I'm just trying to show you my appreciation for all the time you've saved me. Who knew that such a strange little toy could recreate a crime scene like that? Little Thief is not a toy. You too. Sir! Are they gonna rebuild the stadium? They rebuilt the stadium. And there you have it. You see, big boys like me don't need silly toys, little girl. Now this is a recreation. So what, you still intend to assert that Officer Meekins is the killer? Of course. Even knowing that the crime took place here doesn't let him off the hook. He's gonna do his logic? This is the real scene of the crime. Officer Meekins lay in wait for the victim on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed, he shot from on high. That's the truth, you little recreation showed. You're a little recreation showed. How far will you go to accuse Officer Meekins of the crime? He's most likely the suspect we've gotten, especially given the situation with his gun. Well, even if he is the killer, at least my recreation was on the mark. You see, thank you for understanding, my little crow girl. Crow girl? I'm not some common crow. I'm a Yatagarasu, the Raven of Legend. Unfortunately, your conclusions has yet to be tested, so let's see how well it holds up.
Hold it!
Looks like we found the real crime scene first. Ha! Brag all you want, but we don't have all that free time, unlike you two, the two of you. You know what you remind me of? A dog licking his wounds as he whimpers home. Well, I guess I should be thankful for all the time you saved me. Gigi. That's how we say thanks in my country. You're welcome. I hope you realize we didn't do all of this for him. But I'm here now, so I'll be taking over. As I was saying, this is where the crime took place.
Hold it!
Lying in wait. How did Officer Meekins even know that the victim was going to come here? Simple. He was investigating the kidnappers, right? And while he was doing so, he came to understand the victim, Mr. Deacon's movements. Ha! And why would the good officer want to ambush and kill a kidnapper? You mean his motive? Who knows? And who cares? You can find that out for yourself when you talk to him in jail. You have no respect for the order of law. Don't get me wrong, but I need more than there is no motive to convince me otherwise. He's right. The lack of a motive is rather a weak argument by itself. So the officer lay in wait on the top of the stage. Guy shot him from high. It can be from high. Can we like maybe already do that? Bullard. Exit. Okay. Maybe we can do it. Well, let's just do it. There we go. I had a feeling. I'm terribly sorry, Agent Lang. I should have warned you that our recreation is incomplete. You cut in quite unexpectedly after all. What's that supposed to mean? You said the victim was shot by the killer from up above, correct? I hate to break it to you, but that's not possible. Uh-huh, why not? Recall Mr. Deacon's body, specifically where the gunshot wounds were located. Actually, I didn't get that good of a look. Oh, well then. The bullet entered Mr. Deacon in his abdominal region and exited his right shoulder. This is more consistent with an angled shot from beneath the victim. Then, yes, our recreation had the victim been being shot at an angle from above. A clear contradiction. You're discontinuing your own conclusions? No, this one point is only flaw. This was the mistake perimeter in our recreation. Stage location, the witness location, the killer, and the victim's location. Yeah, we just swapped them. Yes, the location of the killer and the victims were wrong. Ah, I get it. I see what you're trying to say. I believe the killer and the victim were standing opposite to what we initially thought. It was the victim who was on top of the stage as he was being shot by the killer. If this is what happened, it also explains the position of the gunshot wound. But then, what about the footprints? Since footprints don't lie, we can assume then that the killer also wore a costume. Okay, I'll try using that data instead. Judging by the fact that both the killer and the victim were wearing costumes, I'd say it was a killing between the two kidnappers. That would be the most natural conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Agent Lang? Well done, Mr. Prosecutor. But that alone doesn't clear Officer Meekins of a crime. Another bit of proof. I ask that you take another good look at the tire marks over there. The tree marks are indicative of the blue Badgermobile. That story Officer Meekins told about the shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the blue Badgermobile here and committed the murder. Then he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild Wild West area. You believe he moved the body with the car? That's right. It was Officer Meekins himself who pointed us to the way he did it. The tree-tired marks are very telling, however. Is the blue Badgermobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern? For true, like, there are other mobiles in the area. That could be the case, but I don't know how I can show that with proof. Tire marks. Yes, the tire marks, the ones behind the stage. We can check them. No, that's actually tire marks for real. They were hidden up until now by the various pieces of the stage equipment. As for when they were made, they must have been made after the rain had begun to fall, correct? Yes, and probably around the same time as when the killer's footprints were made. The tires on the blue Badgermobile probably got pretty muddy because of that. Wait, it wasn't muddy. I'd say the blue Badgermobile, I say it's the blue Badgermobile because, well, that's pretty obvious too. The tree marks indicate that the blue Badgermobile. Does this show that we actually get the murder? Nitro committed the murder, then he used the car to move the body to the garage. But it's clean. We'll just continue pressing until we maybe see a change in the story. Maybe. Yeah, that's a good way. Tree tire marks. I have to agree that the blue Badgermobile has tree tires. Of course! The only thing in this park that could make those marks is that roving shop. Are you forgetting that there are in fact 3 of them? You can't simply ignore the pink and the proto Badgermobiles, Adrian Lang. Of course, I didn't say it couldn't be either of the other 2, but I see no reason to drag them into this just to complicate things.
Hold it!
Of course, you have some sort of proof that it was all a lie, correct? Of course not. Well, that was blunt. But suppose it is a lie, it would explain a lot of things. Like his movements and his whereabouts.
Hold it!
So you still claim that the tire marks belong to the blue Badgermobile. It must have arrived on scene after the ground had become wet in the rain. Okay, here he says it again. Officer Meekins committed the murder. Okay, then he used the car.
Hold it!
Besides the blue Badgermobile, there are other cars that the body could have been moved. Recall what the Wild Wild West area looked like. Only the blue Badgermobile and Mr. Deacon's body were in the garage. I'd say that's proof. You can see that it's clean, so it's impossible that it was used, right? I suppose if one were to look at this place, that would be the only logical conclusion. However, my experience tells me that the truth is usually not so easily found. Is there some sort of problem with Agent Lang's statement with regard of the scene? Yes. Looks like the only thing the car was selling was death. No dreams, not dreams. Only if what Agent Lang believes turns out to be true. The tree tire marks are very telling. However, is the blue Badgermobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern? If what can make it a pattern indicates the story. Okay, well, I think it's number 2. Let's see. The body itself could also be the case. Let's say, what if the body was the one that actually made the marks?
Objection!
Nope. Maybe it's the one where he drove it and committed the murder, which was impossible because it was raining. Yes! There we go, we found it. Sorry, Agent Lang, but that's also an impossible tale. And why is that? Those tire marks could not have been left by Officer Meekin's blue Badgermobile. One look at the car would have told you so. What proves that the blue Badgermobile has never been into the stadium? You can see there's no dirt on it. Take a good look at the tires. There's not a single dollop of mud to be found on it. If this car had come to the backstage area and left those tire tracks, then the lack of mud on these tires stand out as very peculiar indeed. Then how do you explain the tire tracks, genius? Hey, I've got it. What about Miss Oldback's pink Badgermobile?
Don't be ridiculous. I was sleeping the entire time in the second-tier seats.
Indeed, I believe we can rule her out as someone related to the crime. However, there is yet one more roving store, as I recall.
Oh, you mean a proto-badger?
That's right. There is one more parking space inside that garage. And it proves the existence of the proto-Badgermobile. Agent Lang, I suggest you find this proto-Badgermobile post-haste. There must still be some sort of incriminating evidence in it. Hey, did you hear something?
Heh.
Who is that?
Help me.
Anything. Oh, it's the sun? Are you alright? Well, this is something. Looks like we found our kidnapping victim. Oh, it is. Where were you all this time? Wild West with kidnappers. He was in the room next to the one I was held in. Ran away using underground and got lost. The kidnappers... What is it? I can't understand what you're trying to say. The kidnappers escaped wearing costumes. Didn't you see the faces of the kidnappers? No, I didn't see their faces. But 2. One was a woman. A woman? Quite an important piece of testimony. Hey, what are you guys doing? Stop standing there and get your cops on this already. I'll even let you guys have what the kid said just now. Consider it a gift. Now, are you going to get out of my crime scene, or am I going to have to get rough? Again? You're nothing but a big bully. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go. Oh, no, not you. You're a very important witness for my case. I'm not about to let you get away that easily. Wait, Emma said that. Okay. Don't count on me to testify because I won't. Not for you.
That's right. I won't either. You hear me, you young whippersnapper?
Whippersnapper. Hey, calm down. There's no need for all of this hostility. I just want to take a statement from each of you. I'm not going to rough either of you up. I give you my word. Come now, fair maidens. What do you say? Will you cooperate?
Fair maidens?
My, you little rascal. You sure know the way into a woman's heart. Langzi says, the passage of time is but a fleeting moment, and a lady is young forever. Oh, you actually caught her.
Trying to outdo my edgy poo with your fancy schmancy sayings? Let's get this over with, so we're clear. I'm only interested in giving you my statement.
Sir, just as soon as Mr. Prosecutor leaves us be. Mr. Edgeworth! I like how he just left. To be continued! I'm actually ending it here. So next week we're gonna continue this part. So this is the end of part 2 and we're gonna continue with part 3. The reason why is that it's gonna maybe take another hour and this video is almost an hour. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end it here and you guys will enjoy the next part next week. So I see you guys there. Bye!